So someone asked me earlier today, so why don't Jehovah's Witnesses actually celebrate Christmas? Isn't it all religious, about the Bible, and Christmas is about Jesus? So why don't they celebrate it? And I know there's a lot of videos out there already explaining that, and obviously people can also Google it or look up Jehovah's Witness' own website about it. So in short, they don't celebrate Christmas because they class themselves as the one true religion, and that means to them, they say they are just like the first century Christians who avoided anything pagan, and because Christmas was actually based on Saturnalia and the rebirth of the sun, and the Romans just made it all up because they wanted people to adopt Christianity. So they put Jesus' birthday as being on Christmas, which was already celebrated by pagans, blah, blah, blah. So that's the kind of the short, dry version on their official stance, why they don't celebrate Christmas, saying it's pagan, say we want nothing to do with it. So this is now from what I learned and what I experienced when I was Jehovah's Witness. So yes, that's the official dogma, but unofficially, I think it's about control. I really do. So obviously in the early days of Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm talking like beginning of 1900s, when did they start officially? I don't even remember, but I know that in the beginning they did celebrate Christmas, and then they stopped it because I guess, when your numbers grow, you can't really do Christmas presents for like 100 people in your congregation. That's just silly. But most of it, all of it, is really about control. It's about controlling what you can and can't do to create that sort of unified field, a bit like what communism did, because I was born in Soviet Union, and I do remember communism because I was only 10 when Latvia became independent, so I do remember quite a bit of it. And yes, it's all about being uniform. It's about compliance, obedience, control. And what better way to do it than through religion? Like Karl Marx actually said that religion is the opium for the masses. And whilst I don't subscribe to communism, I do think that he had a good point. And also something I noticed and witnessed quite a lot, pun intended. So Jehovah's Witnesses, even though they won't officially celebrate Christmas, they will have parties around or on Christmas. We shall just say, like, for example, the ones I experienced, they were like, oh, we're having a cheese and wine party on the, 25th or 26th of December, because we don't celebrate Christmas, but we can just get together. It's just like another day. It's just like any day of the year. So why does it have to be on Christmas? So it was very hypocritical. And I remember when I was still married at the time, and my ex-husband, he was sort of in and out. He did get baptized as Jehovah's Witness, but then he left. But he was always saying, like, it just feels so unfair that he can't spend Christmas, he can't spend that time with his family, but he's all right to go for a cheese and wine party and be with strangers. So it just made no sense. And there's a lot of things like that where they'll meet up for a walk on New Year's Day or on Boxing Day, and it's just a normal day for us. We'll just, we're just going to do something normal, but it'll always made to be like a big event. So yes, they're very two-faced. So officially they don't celebrate it, but unofficially, I'm telling you now, there's so many of them that will do things in private, or even as a congregation, they'll be like, oh, we're just having a cheese and wine party, on Christmas Day. So that's what I experienced. I don't know. I'm not saying everybody does it, and I'm not saying everybody experienced it, but in my experience, in the congregations I was in, there was always something happening on those days. So It's just a load of, BS. So yeah, so there's the unofficial and the official version of why they don't celebrate Christmas or other holidays for that matter. It's control, and it's brainwashing people. It's all psychology and manipulation. So yeah, I hope you found that informative. And if not, pop a question and I will do a better answer or more expanded one. I left Witnesses in 2018, so I can't claim anything about now. I know some minor things have changed, but generally, like the main teachings are still there, and it just seems very, you know, if it suits whoever sits on a governing body, then it will fit the narrative. So if somebody in the governing body decides they want to celebrate Christmas, I'm sure they'll find new light to make it happen. So yeah, pop me a question if you want to know more. And I also give a psychology view on it all, because I am a psychology student. I'm actually doing a part-time degree at the university. I'm studying psychology with counselling, so I find it very fascinating to learn about behaviour and, the brain, humans in general. So yeah, if that's of interest to you, then ask away and we can discuss it together. So thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.